Hi all, very good morning. I'm audible, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today is our first class. So we'll be understanding all the core concepts of ITSM and basics of integration in this course. Okay. So we are planning to host it from Monday to Friday. And if possible, let's connect on Saturdays too. Okay. And coming here every day 9 a.m. will be the class. Okay. And myself, Shreya, who has missed this demo. Okay. You can get back to concerned consultancies or we will share the demo link. You can just go through it. Okay, so no worries, this is our first class. It is going to be more interesting, and I'm sorry to mute you all here. If you have any questions, you can unmute and let me know. Okay, so firstly I'll just give a background of what is ServiceNow. Post that we'll see how to create a personal developer instance of ServiceNow. Okay, but if you have any questions, do let me know. I'm happy to assist you guys. So ServiceNow is a cloud-based application. Firstly, the advantage of this cloud-based application, you need not to download this on your virtual machines or on your desktops. You can access this from web. So you can access the ServiceNow from any part of the world, but you have to create a demo instance. Okay, we also call it as a personal developer instance. The on this instance, actually we will be working, and working on this demo instance actually gives you lots of hands-on knowledge and a confidence to work in real time, since the real time instance and the PDI, the personal developer instance, are almost similar. Okay, and another advantage here is that you need not to pay anything for this personal developer instance. Okay, so guys, this pace is okay, or you find I'm little slow or fast?
yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Sure, thank you. ServiceNow, in short, we call it as a snow. Okay, and ServiceNow platform to build application that makes work better for your organization or to meet any business need. That means this is one application. Okay, this is used for not only a ticketing system, but we have a lot of scope for advancement in development and other modules of ServiceNow. Okay, there are various modules. It is not limited to only ticketing system, guys. Okay, and here we'll be understanding the ITSM. What is ITSM? Information Technology Service Management. That means how the services are mastered here, how we manage them. Okay, so everything we'll be discussing in detail, trying out each and every scenario in our daily class. We'll have a class for 1 hour, and we can extend it for 5-10 minutes to discuss the queries. Okay, so coming to developer instance, as I said, what is this, how to create it? So let's do that. So I'm here on Chrome web page, but you can use any of the web browsers like Mozilla Firefox or Internet Explorer. Okay, so just by typing developer.servicenow.com, this is the dedicated URL which redirects you to the PDI. Okay, personal developer instance. So here, if you see, this is the ServiceNow logo, guys, and the current version. So you guys are really lucky that there is a new version in ServiceNow, which is Yokohama, released in this Feb. Okay, and we are going to try it out. See, build apps that solve business problems faster. Rapidly build, test, and deploy application that makes work better for your organization. Start building on Now platform with a free account. So you can also clearly understand this account is for free. We need not to pay anything. Okay. And scroll down, you can see more things, and we'll explore everything, guys. So for now, okay. So for now, how to create an account and everything we'll see. But before doing that, you need some active. Uh, Let me just pin the unwanted tabs. So here I want to create a Gmail account because I want to use a fresh account. So just by creating Gmail account, you'll be able to see this. So just by create account. So it is redirecting me to the same account. Okay, I'll just click on add another account. From here also you can create account. So for personal use we are doing it, so you can just select the same option. Provide your first name and all. So I'll just keep it as service now Feb. Okay. Just for my reference, I'll keep it as RS 2025. So we have to provide a password again. You can use your active accounts, guys, but don't use your office related accounts. That is not right way. Okay, better you go with your personal Gmail accounts or Yahoo accounts and all, but don't use your of official mail addresses. Okay, just by providing all this information, when I just click here on I agree, a account will be created and you can use this account for creating your new Servicenow PDI. See, this is my mail now. So that's okay. I'll close unnecessary tabs. Now my account is created. Let me just refresh. See, this is the newly created mail. And coming back here, you have sign up and start building. So this is developer.servicenow.com. This is the URL which directs you to the PDI page. And this is the logo again, guys. Just click here on sign up and start building. So here you have to provide all your credentials as we are now creating an account in ServiceNow. So I'll just give it like ServiceNow Web 2025. And the email, whatever we have configured now, you can just add the same mail. So we belong to India, you have to provide the same information. So I just use password here. A minute, guys. Sorry guys. So here you have to validate that you are not a robot. So you have to select the image of stairs here. Okay. Mm, Please select all images. Maybe
Now
yes.
anyone?
Yeah. So we have I'm sorry. Voice is audible now, Chaitanya?
Yes, Ray.
Yeah. So uh, I'll respond to your chats later, guys. Don't worry, because we will be in one flow. We better complete our understanding of concepts and we can get back to your queries. Is it okay? So here we have terms and conditions. So you can just read this terms and conditions and just click on sign up button. So a ServiceNow PDI account will be created. So what is this PDI? What are the advantages of this PDI and all will be covering. See, a ServiceNow ID has been created for you for this mail. This application requires you to verify your email. Please check your email for a link to verify your account. After verification, you can log in into this application. Okay, the email is valid for 1 day. If you do not see it after 10 minutes, check your spam folder for an email from signonservicenow.com. Okay, that means you'll clearly receive a mail. So that is what ServiceNow is saying, and you have to verify it that this account belongs to you. Once you are done with the verification part, you can start using your account. See, and this is my mail ID which we have created, which is RS ServiceNow, and here verify your ServiceNow ID. So just by clicking on this button or opening this URL, anything is fine. So let's go by clicking on the button. See, now a account has been created and verified. Now just come back, refresh. So I'm on my developer instance. As I already configured a new account, let's try to log in into this account. So for that, I just need the mail ID, guys. So this is the mail ID. So with the same mail, whatever I have logged in, I'm just providing the same mail ID. And see, a password should be a combination of special characters, capital letters, small letters, digits. Okay, make sure it is minimum of 8 characters, maximum of 100 characters. So, hello ServiceNow, help us to tune your experience. So, yes, I need a developer oriented ID or needed a guided experience. No, as we want to develop the things and all, we need a IDE. So, you have to just select this option, just go to next. What best describes your job responsibilities? So, are you going to be a developer or a designer or a IT admin or any other? You can just select it from here. Okay, so, and I'm good. You can also just go through the terms and conditions, just click on finish setup. Now we are on the PDI, guys. So I'll just click here on request, request instance. We are processing your request. This will take few seconds. Okay. So coming here, you can see Yokohama is a new version of ServiceNow. Xanadu is the previous version to our Yokohama. Washington DC was the uh, previous version of our Xanadu, and previous to Washington was a Vancouver. So we have versions in ServiceNow every year. That means for every 6 months there will be a new version in ServiceNow. So if you want ServiceNow versions, you can just type it. So this is the community, guys. What is community and all? We'll be exploring about it now. Okay. me just reload this. So yeah, now my instance is created, but we'll understand what is learn, what is reference, what will be under guides, what is this connect and all. Before that, I'll be just explaining the version names, guys. So in the year 2004, ServiceNow was introduced in the market. Okay, and they started using the season names like January, February, March, April. Okay, has version names. Suppose that they are like these are months names, not season names, sorry. Suppose that they started using the season names like summer, fall, winter, spring. Okay, so from 2011 actually they started following one alphabetic order, and the country names again, like Aspirin, Berlin, Calgary, Dublin, Eureka, Fuji, Geneva, Helsinki, Istanbul, Jakarta, Kingston, London, Madrid, New York, Orlando, Paris, Quebec, Rome, San Diego, Tokyo, Vancouver, Washington, Xanadu, okay, Yokohama, and the next coming version is Zurich, and we are expecting it in quarter 4. Quarter 1 means first 3 months, quarter 2 means next 3 months, quarter 3 means the 6 months to 9 months, quarter 4 means 9 months to 12 months. Okay, this is the tentative date, but Yokohama is already released in the quarter 2 of 2025. It's actually quarter 1 yet. Okay, we are in Feb. Okay, and the release is already live. So here, as we can understand, we are on the developer instance. Okay. So any questions from anyone?
No, which person?
We are on. I think the system is built on Xanadu as of now, but Yokohama, the content you are weaving may not be applied to PDI, which is on Xanadu release here. It is on Xanadu release. Might be Yokohama is still in progress, I guess. Might be in couple of days or something. We'll be able to. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. How about the pace? Yeah. You find it fast or you're good with the pace?
Yeah, all good.
Okay. Thank you, guys. So, and this PDI is really important because from the day one, we'll be working on this. So, you better start create your own PDI today. Don't delay this. And this course is going to be really a fantastic one. You'll be enjoying the classes, and the content is also easy to understand and implement. It is not at all complex, guys. Okay, even coming to scripting, you'll enjoy the work. Okay, that is more interesting, so you need not to worry at all. And I'll also help you with the proper JavaScript tutorial sites and URLs from where you can just gain some basic knowledge. Okay, the basics are important, that's it. And coming to here, this is the learn. So how to learn apps on Now platform. So ServiceNow has its own learning platform. So you can also just see our learning plans and course teach you how to build apps that tackle your enterprise business need. So you have some better learning plans here. New to ServiceNow, ServiceNow administrator, ServiceNow application developer. So you can enroll into these courses if you are really have some free time. Okay, never learning is considered as wasted. So you can also try to understand things on your own. Apart from that, what is required, we'll be covering all those topics. Okay, so I'm a developer who has limited or no exposure to developing apps on Now platform. So you can just enroll into these courses. Under learn, you'll have all this information, guys. Okay, see Now Learning, this is the website. Again, uh, we have for understanding the design learning plans that ServiceNow has hosted. So far, any questions?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So, learning plans, advance your career with a learning plan again, where you'll have some more plans here, like building your own modules of with the help of 8 modules you can build your citizen developer app using App Engine Studios. Unfortunately, App Engine Studios are not part of our ITSM learning, but in your free time you can also just get registered for this learning plans and gain some good knowledge. Again, you to Servicenow administration, this concepts anyhow we are going to cover. Okay, so you can pick any of your plans and complete them. Learn a specific subject area with a course. Okay, so again, this, as I told you, you have documentation also, product documentation. Okay, so here if I just scroll back, I can see build my first App Engine Studio application, build my first App Engine Studio application. There are some 18 articles. Again, you will have each step guided, so you can just enroll into any of this, and you can also utilize your time in upskilling the knowledge, guys. Coming to tutorials, if there are any learning tutorials hosted by ServiceNow directly, you can find them here. Okay, as of now I can see a blog, and this particular person is Chuck Tomsey, who was recently retired, but his articles, his content is really helpful, guys. I personally recommend to each one of you. Even his JavaScript videos are really more easy to understand. Okay, so I'll just go back. You can also go through this blog again. Coming to certifications, elevate your learning with instructor led classes. Classes and certification with now learning. What is a certification? So to measure your knowledge in ServiceNow, okay, ServiceNow will host the certifications. There are two types of certifications: micro certification, mainline certification. So micro certification is again free. You need not to pay anything, but you have to complete the course and answer few multi-choice questions, or question and answers will be there. By clearing this, you will have a certification on your name, and it's an added advantage to showcase it on your Naukri or uh, any social networking sites like LinkedIn. Okay, and coming to mainline certification, this is somewhat different from your micro certification, and it is more valuable as you need a voucher to appear for mainline certification. In mainline, the word itself says it is one of the main certification to hold, and when you appear for interviews, usually they ask you what mainline certifications we have. So one of the basic mainline certification is CSA, Certified System Administrator. Okay, so I'll give more information about this CSA and all. Okay, so we also have a dumps for this. Dumps are nothing but a few expected blueprint or questions that can help you for your preparation. So not only about the content but about the certification, dumps, interview, expected questions, everything we'll be discussing. Okay, if possible, I'll try to take 1 2 mock interviews. Is it okay, guys? So far, is it good or you have any concerns?
In certification CSA, how many months is valid?
See, that is what
Lifetime?
we are on the first class, right? So allow me time. I'll be providing all these details. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So far, any other questions apart from certification? Because see, you have to understand the concepts, then you have to prepare and appear for the exam. Because CSA is not so simple to crack. At the same time, it's not too hard to crack, but it needs a preparation. Only once you understand the concepts, it will be easy for you to appear for the exam. What I see. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, while registering this PDI, there are two options is there, right? One is developer oriented and second one guided experience.
So guided experience, you'll not gain any knowledge and you'll not have an interface as such.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
better don't pick that choice.
Yeah, by mistakenly a few days back I click on that
And
guided
Chaitanya,
experience.
not only to you, but for everyone, please don't practice the things while discussing the class. Personally, if you miss out anything,
Okay.
it's really hard for me to repeat the concepts because we have various other topics. I
Yeah.
don't encourage this type of behavior. Sorry. Okay.
Okay.
You better try it again. If you have any queries, you can even ping on me on WhatsApp group. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe see, this is our day one. That's the reason why I don't even give you guys a task to write a running notes.
Okay.
Okay. Your
Okay.
attention should be on the class.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, if you will be trying to create PDI or try to do whatever I'm trying here, you might be missing out the other important points.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so please don't do this. Maybe you can spend 1 hour solidly for practicing. Post that. If you have any questions, I'm definitely there for you guys. Is it clear?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, it's for everyone, not only for you, Chaitanya. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So what is the difference? I'm just muting all of you here. So what is the difference? So documentation. Let's say I'm also very new to ServiceNow. I don't know the concept called UI policies. Okay, so there is a functionality in ServiceNow. And I'm very new and I don't know what it is. And my manager has given me a task. So to handle that, I have to do some my research work. So instead of doing it on any other, I'm sorry. So instead of learning in this pattern, I can directly go with the product documentation given by ServiceNow. This is again something that is more useful, and even we developers with the 6, 7 years or 8 years of experience or beyond that still look for documentation. Okay, because this is the right place. You will be given all the right information. You'll never have a misleading information here, so I recommend going with the product documentation when you are new to any new topic. Okay, so you'll have a stepwise information. See what is a UI policy, or and for each version you'll have a release notes as such again. So I can easily watch this video snippet, what role is required, everything I can understand clearly. Okay, so from reference you'll have the same documentation and all. Let's open and explore. See, API is nothing but a application programming interface, libraries and supplemental materials for working with Now Platform and Next Experience. Okay, so you can enroll into this read guides, and also you can start using them. Again, under APIs we have a client side API, server side API. So if you just click here on the API makes your scripting part really easy, guys. Okay, where we have few of the APIs which are used on the flow scriptings, few on the glide aggregate, what are this. So you can also understand what is the syntax of this API. I can also find few relevant examples here, and a clear detailed explanation is also been provided. Okay, so under documentation you have this advantage. Product documentation is also simple. Again, it redirects you to the list of topics that we have. Okay, so here you can just select. So under different releases we have the notes. Okay, so you can select any of this release information, and whenever there is a new version, what are the latest features that have been enabled in this version, you'll have a release notes. Okay, so you can also go through that. That will definitely help you to understand what are the improvements that we can expect in this particular version. Okay, and coming here, the reference again, these are API information. And next experience, which is not covered in our topics, because next experience belongs to other modules of service. Now we have various modules. We are completely concentrating on ITSM here and basics of integration. So coming to guides again, you have a this is also relevant to your uh, like learnings. Okay, read our guides to get know our technologies. So what are they are going to introduce and all. You can understand in-depth technology overviews and recommendation for innovation and extending application on now platform. So what are the frequently asked questions, what is this developer site, okay, all this you can understand. Again, you will have all the references in the footer. This is called a header, this is called a footer, guys. So from anywhere you can access. Again, introduce yourself to the benefit of building on now platform. So you can also use this now platform and understand certain topics on your own. Okay, and coming here, this developer glossary somewhat helps you to understand the terminologies that we have. We have various concepts in service now. Let's say alphabetic wise they are going to arrange this. I don't know what is this analytics hub. So I can clearly understand. See, the user interface for assessing, comparing, and predicting the performance of performance analytics indicators over time. So that means in performance analytics module, we can use this analytics hub. So likewise, up to A to Z, you'll have all the glossary. That means meaning about your particular terminology. It is like a dictionary, guys. Okay, and see, browse an alphabetic wise list of commonly used ServiceNow terms and get most out of your personal developer instance. This is the PDI, personal developer instance. It's really important to have one and start working on this, because all the activities that we are able to do it on the PDI are also able to do it on our real-time instance. This and our real-time instance, that means when you join a project, okay, you will be given an instance. That instance and this are going to be similar. There could be a little changes where few of the things here are paid there, those are taken care by your company. That's the mostly, this is the only point that would be different. Okay, coming here again, connect, this is also a one of the important aspect that we have to discover what's new, upcoming, and ongoing. That means what are the new things that ServiceNow has going to introduce. You are going to get all the information here. Apart from that, you can create your own blog. See, read and latest updates from the developer program. So this developer program where all the people who work for ServiceNow are part of this, and you can also write some blogs here. See, I can find some various blogs, and if you want you can also create your own and write a blog. Okay, yeah, explore and share projects. Let's say if your client doesn't have any problem to share the project information, only with the confirmation you have to do that, guys. Otherwise you should never ever share the project details. It's not a good practice again. So if you want to upload any of your, let's say you have created some demo project and you want to share it with others, that also you can just upload your content. So people who are new to service now, see, there are few projects, so you can also just go through this list again. Okay, so people can also start understanding your project, and they can also may just replica your same working design. Okay, so community, browser, forum to exchange knowledge. That means share and gain knowledge. That means people who are working for service now are part of this family, guys. Everyone will hold an account. This is a community for service now. For every technology will have a community. Likewise for service now, this is the right page, and here you can understand anything. Let's say I don't know how to make a field mandatory. How to make a field mandatory. So mandatory. So I can find make a field visible or make a field mandatory. So there are 2000 results. When I just open any of it, I can clearly understand okay, how to make this field mandatory, what are the users. So you can open any other content again. You have almost 2000 responses. So this is community where you can actually share and gain the knowledge. Let's say I have a requirement, might be someone has already implemented this, so I can get some inputs from them. I can try it on my PDI or on my project. So how to make a field mandatory. So they have given some random example, but these are older versions, so you need not to worry, they are doing it on widgets. So how to make it mandatory with business rule. So see, with business rules, if we have no clue, we can understand the concepts here. So everything will be detailedly shared. You can also get in touch with them, and you can also share and gain the knowledge. If you are really very good at few areas of service now, if someone is posting few queries, you can respond to that and you can gain few points. Okay, you can also showcase these points on your profile. Okay, so this community is really important. Okay, whenever there is a new requirement, we even go and search it on community for few inputs. Okay, events, meet developers at any event near you. ServiceNow will be hosting the events, guys. You can just enroll into those events and you can meet people who work for ServiceNow space globally. You can meet them, and uh, it will be more of knowledge gaining. Okay, so if there is any event that is scheduled, don't miss out. In all metropolitan cities like Bangalore, Hyderabad, everywhere will be having access. Okay, so far, this is about the learn, reference, guides, and connect. Any questions from anyone?
No.
Okay. So just by clicking here on my profile icon, let's connect few more things here. See, the instance is online now. But let's say your instance, if you are not opening your instance every day, okay, it takes time to open. It will be under wake up. So it has to wake up, then the screen has to be presented. So better open it every day and practice everything that we are doing it in class, not while discussing the class, but post our discussion. You can take out an hour and practice the things. So by practicing, you can easily correlate what I'm discussing in class, and you can better remember it for long run, guys. Just by listening, you feel it's really simple, but by practicing, you can remember the things, you can encounter more queries. Okay, and the
Okay.
current version name is Zenadu, and we have a role called admin role, which is the one of the powerful role. And this role is not given to everyone, guys, but on the PDIs we have admin role, so we have access to most of the things in ServiceNow. And App Engine Studio and Creator Studio and ServiceNow Studio are already available. So if you want to learn any of the studio things, this doesn't belong to our ITSM concepts, but you can also try out them as they are also enabled. Okay, activate plugin. So what is a plugin and all, I'll be discussing in our upcoming classes. Let's say I want to work on cloud management. So by default, the all the properties of cloud management may not be available on this PDI, but just by activating this plugin, I have all the accesses. Okay, these plugins are given by ServiceNow, but few plugins are paid, and if you work for a project, your project will bear those charges, so you need not to worry about it. But here we'll also be activating few plugins, and how it works, we'll be understanding everything. Okay, manage email properties. So ServiceNow instance can send and receive emails. To enable or disable email sending or receiving, you can just click here on this toggle button, and this is a save button. Just save these changes. Okay, and coming here, release instance. Let's say by releasing your instance, you allow other developers to use that resource. So as this is a free instance, there will be people who are looking for multiple accounts, and let's say you are want to give your instance to ServiceNow. So you can just release the instance. That means someone who is waiting for this PDI can access this particular instance. Remember, this action doesn't give up your access to the site. You'll only lose access to your personal developer instance. That means only for this account I may not have access if I once give it up, but later in future again I can come back and create an instance. Okay, if you change your mind, you can also request a new instance from homepage. So why you want to release this instance, you can pick any of the option here, and just by clicking on release instance, your instance will be uh, taken care by ServiceNow pool. Okay, and change user also. By default, we have two roles here: App Engine Studio Creator for working on all the create studio creators modules. See, admin role grants full access to your PDI, including ServiceNow Studio, the application development environment for professional developers. So this is the most powerful role, guys. So better keep it to admin because we'll be accessing most of our ITSM modules. And coming here, remove demo data. So we'll have some demo data or dummy data of users, groups, tables, and many other things of incidents, problem, and all. So holding demo data is not at all a harm. Actually it helps us to do some categorization of data and all. So I better recommend you to keep the data, but if you don't want, you can also just remove the data. You'll have an instance without data. Okay, so reset and wipe instance. See, let's say you have done some changes and you are unable to fix it now, so better reset the instance. A fresh instance will be given to you. See, the this will reset your instance to its out of the box settings. That means how it was configured in the default. You'll just get back the same version. You'll also receive new instance login credentials after the reset is complete. So for every instance there will be a name. See here, dev 189.517. This is my dev instance name. So you can have something like that and you can start using it. So the reset process will take longer if you choose to keep your instance name. So yes, keep my instance name, no, give up my instance name and get a new one. So you can choose any of these options and check this checkbox and go for resetting the instance. Manage instance password. Let's say to log in into instance, we can either do it with email and a password, other way with a user ID and a password. So this is my developer instance URL. This is the instance name. So likewise, we have 26 participants. So for each one of us, this details will be different, guys. The username remains the common as we are using PDI, personal developer instance. Okay, but the password, the instance URL, instance name, these things will be different for each one of us because ServiceNow is a single tenant architecture. What is the single tenant architecture? All this theory will be covering in our upcoming classes. Okay, so email yourself a copy of your credentials or you can reset instance password from here also. Okay, coming here, as we refresh our system, likewise you can refresh our instance. So just by clicking on refresh, and here you can clearly see what is the instance status. It has been refreshed. Once it is refreshed, you will have access to upgrade the instance. Upgrade is nothing but whenever there is a new version and your system is running on previous versions, you can upgrade the system to the new versions. See, upgrade instance, we have a, see, your current version is Zenado patch 4a. We recommend upgrading to our latest release so that you can get access to the latest features and functionalities. Yokohama release candidate 2. So what is the release notes? As I mentioned, this is the release notes again, and just by clicking you can upgrade the instance. I'll do it later. Instance with no activity for over 10 days will be claimed back in the pool. That means if you are not using your PDI for the straight 10 days, ServiceNow will take back your account. You have to raise request for a new one. You cannot access your old account anymore. Okay, so that is one reason why I ask you to open your account every day and start practicing. Only with practice you will remember the things for long run, guys. Okay, so likewise here you'll also have new to ServiceNow tutorials and helpful sites. And Chuck, I was talking about one person, right? So you'll have few videos from him. These are the blogs that we have. If you want to ask any question, you can also ask in the frequently asked questions. You can check for your queries or you can raise a concern. Okay. So far, any doubts? And coming here, this is my name. This is the mail I'm using to create an account, view profile. So I can modify my roles and responsibilities, or I can also change the password, or I can update my information. Okay. This is all about ServiceNow PDI. How to create it from scratch, we have discussed. Uh, I want each one of you trying out this and posting your screenshots in WhatsApp group. So I feel more happy. Okay. Just by clicking on start building, you'll be redirected to the homepage of ServiceNow.
I have a doubt here.
Yes.
So as you said, like for if you are not using for continuous 10 days, the instance will be gone, right? So
Yes.
in that case, like if we want to get back to the previous instance, is it possible?
You have to raise a new one again. Better don't do that. Better don't lose access. Okay. Don't delay like opening your instance for 10 days or something. It's not a good practice again, right?
Right. So
Yeah.
whatever we have saved in the instance, that also will be gone, right? If
Everything. It will take. ServiceNow will be giving your instance to someone else.
someone else.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. So this is the homepage, guys. Allow me a minute. Someone is using this paint and all. Okay. Yeah. So we are here on the homepage. This is the actual homepage of your instance, guys. This is the logo again. This is my developer instance URL. So in the URL also you can understand it is starting with HTTPS, nothing but a hypertext transfer protocol secure. That means whatever the site we are accessing, it is secured. And this is the developer instance name. This is the domain name. Okay. But when it comes to your projects, you have the feasibility to configure your logos, domain name and all. Okay. And this is called as a left navigator. So left navigator or a unified navigator filter, you will have all the out of the box modules, menus, applications are listed out here. So if I just type incident, we have an incident module. So a dedicated menu and a module. See, when I just collapse it, I don't find this is the menu. When I expand it, I can find many modules beneath your incident menu, and I can open any of it and start working. Likewise, not only for incident, you can find many applications, menus, and modules. You can also refresh this list. You can also pin it to your instance. Okay, favorites, like if you are, let's say I'll open incident table every day just by typing incident. Okay, on clicking on all, you can open how many incidents are there in the table that belongs to various states. Okay, see, we have total 67 instance. So if I open it every day, instead of searching it on this left navigator, I can add it to my favorites. Okay, just clicking on this star symbol. Okay, you can also give your own naming and all. So if you want to locate it on the top and all, you can align the positioning again. Okay, so under favorites, now I can see instance all, and I can open it directly from here. Okay, history, like what are the activities that you have performed in the last few minutes, you can just track it here. Okay, and workspaces, where we have a different workspaces. Service now is used on agent workspace, service operation workspace, so those information you'll have. So people who work for workspaces can start using it from here. Okay, and coming here, again, this are belongs to the workspaces only. We are on service now, you can also create favorite for this. Okay, I'll unpin it, and this is the application scope. Okay, we have a custom application scope and a standard application scope. The standard one is a global, and below are few scopes given by ServiceNow. As I mentioned, ServiceNow is used by many other modules. They will also be working on the same PDI. So to make it easy for other users or employees who work for different modules, we have various application scopes. What is a custom application scope and all, we might be talking about it. Okay, and coming here, update sets. What is this update sets? This is really one of the important topics. We'll be discussing each and everything with the real time scenarios. This is for discussion again. Let's say you want to participate in one discussion, so you can just click here. You can have your uh, email email or notifications. You can just find all the discussions and be part of this. Okay, and coming here, so if you have any query, let's say there is a new concept, you can directly understand it from the product documentation. So from here also you can access the product documentation, and we recommend understanding the concepts or going through docs. ServiceNow docs is more recommended. Okay, And this is for any notifications. Let's say you have few approval notifications, your manager, so you have to approve those requests, so you can find all this information here. And this is the logo for PDI's personal developer instance. All the time the a account is created under a name of system admin, but if you want to modify this information, you have that feasibility to do. Okay, so the first name is system, the last name is administrator, the full name is system administrator. If you want to update any of the information like business phone, mobile phone, email, and which date format, time zone he belongs, you can update all this information. But we are on a self-service view. What is the self-service view? We have a views in service now. These are something really important to understand. Okay, so this is called as a contextual item. This is a user record where we store user information. It could be your details, it could be your colleague details, or it could be your client details. Okay, we have a dedicated table called user table. How to create a user record, what is more important to understand in user record, how roles groups are interlinked with user. All this will be covering, guys. Okay, as this is our first day, I just want to make sure you are good with creating a PDI and understanding the platform to some good extent. Okay, so here when you scroll down, you can open mobile app builder, workflow studio, UI builder, open engine studios again, ServiceNow studios. So, and what all the things that are given by ServiceNow by default, we call it as a out of the box, and the short name for that is a OOTB. See, most of the applications and many things are given by ServiceNow by default, guys. That is an added advantage that you need not to develop everything from scratch. Okay, so we have 5 more minutes. We can discuss your queries now. I'll stop it. So any questions from anyone? And has this is our first batch with first class with this batch? Uh, are you okay with the pace? Do you find I'm slow or fast, or we are good?
Yeah, it's good only.
Hmm.
Yeah, I have one doubt, Shreya. You are saying, right, this service now is a cloud-based platform, right?
Hmm.
So, which cloud-based actually normally?
ServiceNow itself is a product, right? They'll have their own cloud.
Okay, like database also they have.
Yeah, it's a very big company.
Okay, okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
it.
this is already we are using it on a web browser only. We are not installing it. We have just directly open it on a Chrome and we just logged in into ServiceNow. Okay,
Okay, sir.
yeah. It's a vast, big vendor, guys, and many companies are partners of ServiceNow. So yeah, any other questions from anyone? If no, we'll close it, and tomorrow at 9 we'll begin. Okay, and one quick reminder, guys, there will be no class on this 15th, 16th, and 17th. Okay, we'll be connecting for 13th and 14th. I have some personal work, so it's really mandatory for me to complete them at the soonest possible. So we'll skip one class which is on Monday, but from Tuesday there will be no breaks. Okay, is it fine for all?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, sir.
sure, guys. Thank you all. Let's connect tomorrow and see what are users and all. It will be more interesting. Yeah. Thank you. Have a great day.
Uh,
Yeah, I didn't get a response. Are you guys okay with the pace?
Yeah.
also
yeah,
fine.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. And how was our first class?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Nice.
Is it interesting?
This is actually new.
Yeah, that's okay. But somehow you are not bored or you're not scared, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that is important. Okay, but don't
Okay.
worry, all other topics I'll try to explain it in the same way. And honestly, there are many batches who enjoy my training. Okay, and teaching is my passion, guys, so I even enjoy this job.
Okay.
Yeah. Great day, guys. See you
Yeah.
see,
You
see
too.
you all
Thank you.
tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah.